We have Phelim Brady on my right and Lynch on my left. We go to Phelim first. Phelim, what do you think of the performance today?
Well, I thought the lads played the first half. They owned the game. They owned the game, but they fell a bit away with the first 10-15 minutes of the second half. But I always felt that they were going to win the game. They never felt too far behind in the second half, and we always felt that they'd get the important goal at the end, which they did.
But you not think when they got the goal ahead, when they got 4 points to start the second half, and then they got the goal, that left us 3 points down? What do you think at that stage?
No, I was never worried. I always thought the lads were good enough to come back. They never got too far ahead of us, which was the important, which is where they lost out. But I think the lads, the fitness told in the end. Stood at them in the end, came through. Shame it came.
What do you think when Luke Conroy got a goal and brought us back into the game? What do you think at that stage? It was only a few minutes to go.
Oh, well, the game was over then as far as I was concerned, you know. That's all we needed. Once we got our noses in front in the last few minutes, that was it. I'd just like to thank the likes of Shamey Keogh, doing a great job at the training, and Joe Castley, and chairman of the club. And I'd like to thank everybody involved with the team. I'd like to also congratulate Timmy Milan and Joe Moran, the previous selectors of the team. It's a great job they've done. I hope myself and Philly can carry it on from there. And I'd also like to thank the whole Keogh family for the great work that they've done in the years gone by for Finbar's Club, and it's all proven, the late Jerry Keogh, and it's all coming through now. Good for them in the end. That's all I'd have to say.
Thank you, Philly. We go across to Philly now. Philly, what do you think on the first quarter of an hour, half hour of the game, when we won 5 to 5 points up at the interval? What do you think at that stage?
Well, before I say anything about that stage, I'd like to say that the stage was actually set way in advance of this particular game. When you think, going back to the first time we won the top 4, and it's outside of this competition, we won the top 4, and as Phelim said, he had no doubts as to what the club could do or what the team could do. I had no doubts at that stage, when we won the top 4, that we were going to sweep that board right through. We're going to take the league, we're going to take the championship. We've already taken the Dial Cup, which I had predicted earlier on, and please God, I hope we're going to go on to take the Corn Keaton. And I also predict that we're going to do equally as well when we go senior. But you had asked me anyway, in connection with what I thought today, I was not like Phelim, I was a little worried in the second half there, when we had only raised 1 point for a quarter of an hour's hurling. I was a bit worried at that stage. I thought we went into a little bit of a valley. But when I seen the fitness coming to the fore there, the likes of Shamey Keogh and that, who incidentally, as Phelim said, is our trainer. When you have people of that calibre, there's no way we were going to lose today.
Well, can I watch one thing, Philly? When they got a goal ahead, what do you think at that stage? Well, you think we're doomed? They got 4 scores when we only got 1. Then they got the goal. What do you think at that stage?
I wasn't particularly worried at that stage, because the goal, in my opinion, was more of a fluke on their part. While we were caught a bit square from the goal, and there was 2 of their men left for none of ours. But it was a fluke, in my opinion, that it was against the run of the play, the goal that he got. But again, the experience of our team showed when we held our head, even though we did fall behind and hadn't scored for 20 minutes or so, we held our head, held the cool and went forward. And that's what champions is all about. You don't win championships, Corn Keatons, if you haven't got a good team, a team that can hold its head. We have champions here today. And while we're congratulating people, there's a couple of people who we haven't said anything about, and that's our subs. We have subs on the line who are equally as good as what's on the field. You can only put 15 out. Unfortunately or unfortunately, we weren't needed today, but we have very good subs. We have a great trainer. And I'd like to say a word to the supporters. I think we have the best supporters in Dublin, because they're with us everywhere. We have women knitting scarves and rosettes for us. And I'd like to thank the management here. Ned is a bit shy to come forward, but I'd like to thank the management for the facilities that he gave us here in Kennedy's. And that's all I'd like to say, Joe, and thank you very much. By the way, thank you to our cameraman here, who has given us great support and been out at all our matches. Thank you very much.
But just before you go, Timmy, or Philly, can I ask you one thing? You asked the same question to Timmy, that you're an old veteran there in the club, from the time Jerry Keogh was there and all the rest of them. But as you know, at the moment we have 24 or 22 teams in sections at the moment. Do you think when we can progress with this new club gets going on the ground? What do you think of that with the corporation?
Yeah. Well, I'm very involved, as you know, Joe, in this club business. I'm trying to do pull some strings in the corporation. But I've no doubt, as I said before, we need a club. That's very important, because today, when we start on Saturday, we had 3 wins on Saturday and 3 wins today. Now, 6 wins with only one club with over 2 days. The next big win, in my opinion, is not so much on the field, but will be the winning of the clubhouse. That we can get away from the public house situation here, and that we can have our children up in their own club room, and we can look after them there. And that's my dream, not alone to win a senior championship, but to see our own clubhouse and mark our cards to that extent.
Thanks, Billy. Thanks, Phelim. Just before we go, as Phelim says, that I'd like to thank the management of Kennedy's and all the supporters that was there for the championship final, the intermediate final, and all the other ones, the Doyle Cup. Just on behalf of the club, many thanks.